Hello guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who have been here and waiting quite a long time for me to come back, hello. And I kind of have the camera up right now to say hello and to introduce myself. I know, I know in the past few readings you guys were like, where's your face? So here I am doing that. And I'm going to start this reading with a singing bowl. I actually started recording this and I had some trouble with my cable connections and it disconnected the video. And I already pulled 3 cards, so take my word for it. Okay, I saw 2 of them already, and I know what they're about, but one of them I didn't. We'll get into that in a second. I'm getting Gemini energy, strangely, a lot of Sagittarius energy, and some Capricorn. This is not a sign reading. I just felt like I needed to say that, so I'm going to say it. But the intentions for this reading are going to be general, and this one's not going to be too long. All right, so I'm going to try to make posting a regular thing, but I'm going to try to do 1 a day, and I'm going to try to keep them within a certain time frame. I'm not going to break down everything like I did in the past, where I, decipher the entire, like, ancient texts or whatever, as if I could do that right now, right? But yeah, my point is, I'm trying to keep it manageable so that I can still be here and share with you guys whatever it is that I have to bring. And you take it if it works for you, okay? And if it's not your reading, and it doesn't work for you, then that's it. So we're going to start with a little singy bowl, okay? Okay. For the rest of this reading, I'm going to have the camera down, so it was nice to see you. And yes, I'm still alive, I'm still here. I just wanted to work through paradigms, and we're going to get right into the reading. I'm not going to talk anymore. We're just going to do the reading, okay? Okay, so I pulled 3 cards. I didn't see this one. This is something you need to work on, and I think this card's reversed. These 2 I saw. This one is work you finished. This one is just a general message. So what came out here is Otter Spirit, you are never alone. This is understanding that you have spirit with you, your spirit guides, and other people with you. This card, and things are going to get clearer as I pull the reading, but we're gonna go slowly, okay? Then I have Panther Spirit, which is reclaim your power. This you finished. So this has to do with, we're always in the process of reclaiming our power. That's never really done. So what I want to say about this is, as it pertains to your development up until this point and what you need to be working on for this, you reclaimed a lot of your power, enough. I'm getting more than enough to get this going. And there it is. It's reversed. So we have Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is beautiful. This is what you're going to be working on. Apparently, there's some kind of transformation here that I'm getting it hasn't started, and I'm getting a bit of anxiety from this. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm getting you need to believe a little more in yourself. Yeah, you need to believe a little more in yourself, and it's what you want, like what you need. It's not just what you want. What you need is coming through for you. But I'm getting Ace of Cups and Empress reversed right now, both of them. The Empress is reversed, and so is the Ace of Cups. And that's pretty intense. That's a lot of the need to turn that love in on yourself and to really... If you have a hard time loving yourself and you tend to love others deeply and without limits, why don't you visualize turning that in on yourself? I know that's hard for you to do, but you really need to work on that. And it might make you uncomfortable, and it might even activate shame, but you have to do it, okay? Don't let shame trap you, because we're always in the process of growing and changing and unlocking new parts of us. And if you're going to bash yourself for not having everything figured out and not having it already done and already perfect from the start, and then you're going to start condemning yourself, you're just going to shoot yourself in the foot. And actually, you're going to hurt the collective because you're not bringing what you have, okay? Because, yeah, we're all growing, we're all changing. Well, some of us really don't want to, but we're going to leave that aside. My point is, a lot of us are doing this work, and it's so important that you work on compassion and accepting yourself so that you can really embrace all the things you have to offer, and what's really important for you to bring to the table. This card here, I almost wanted to say it was reversed because the energy is not stable, is not solidified. It's stable enough to start. I don't know what this temperance is saying, so I'm going to give this a minute before I pull it. And there we have the Ace of Cups reversed and the Ten of Cups. And the Sun reversed. Wow. Okay, what needs to be done here, I can tell you right now, is the resolution of past pains. And I think there's a lot of shame tied into that. Well, excuse me. I feel there's a lot of shame tied into that. And I want you to really focus on that. To let go of past failures, because without those experiences and without those failures, you would not have been able to get where you are. That's part of the process. Part of the process of transformation, learning, and growing is for you to finally, I'm getting the word finally, is for you to finally grow into the place that you need to be in. And it happens in stages, right? We have the Devil reversed. Oh, I love that card. Yeah, with the Hermit here and the Ten of Pentacles reversed, I'm reading as it comes. And the Devil reversed, right? So with these three cards here, you might be breaking away from a structure that doesn't serve the new version of you, your new beliefs, the way you love yourself now. Because all the love cards are reversed. Like the Ace of Cups is reversed, and so is the Empress. Some of you might feel like you had a missed opportunity, but that it didn't fit with you. I know that's hard for you to accept, but that's what I'm getting. It just didn't fit with you. And you need to you will eventually see that it didn't fit with you. You can't mold yourself or you can't mold yourself into a version of a person that someone wants. You can't do that. And you should never, even if it would work, don't do it, because it's not going to turn out the way you want. And the other thing is, don't try to sequester a part of yourself off. What does that mean? Oh, I have all these facets of myself, so let me only show the facets that this person likes. And it might not just be a love opportunity in the sense of romance. It might be friendships, too. Your whole self needs to come to the table. Someone either accepts you or they don't, and period. And that's it. Okay? Now, of course, you can temper the way you're showing up initially, where you're not in your full expression if that's what you choose and it makes sense for you. But if someone doesn't accept an important facet of you, and then there's all this other wonderful abundance that you bring, then honestly, that's just the way it is. And I'm speaking now as it's coming to me, okay? I don't know what this temperance is saying. This temperance is coming to me with a little bit of conflicting energy. Like I'm getting a sense of conflict. And that's weird because temperance is not about that at all. With this Ace of Cups reversed, I really want you to focus on... You're being asked to focus on self-love in the biggest way. Alright? That's really, really important. This is the time to undo limiting beliefs, which you've already done a lot of that work. That's where reclaiming your powers come in. If you feel a sense of anxiety, there are different kinds of anxiety. There's sometimes anxiety that's fear of the unknown, fear of the future, which is unknown. And then there's sometimes fear of not measuring up, I'm getting. And then other times I'm getting... There are cases where anxiety means you might be taking the wrong path, or you went off your path, and you can always course correct, okay? So don't ever feel like it's fatalistic. These are different vibrations of the anxious energy, so you're going to have to do your best to decipher them, because in this reading I'm getting a lot, okay? I'm reading for more than one person, so you're just going to have to work with me here. The Sun reversed is emphasizing a need for optimism. And the belief, you work on it, right? Don't be hard on yourself if you can't sustain the feeling all the time. But the belief that things are going to work out for you and you're going to get what you're looking for. I was going to say what you need, and then what you're looking for came up. With this Ten of Cups is a new sense of fulfillment. A lot of this energy in this reading just feels new to me, even though we didn't get the Fool. It just feels new. I didn't get the World, I didn't get the Fool. It just feels new, like you're pulling in new things. Maybe a lot of the new beginning energy that you were manifesting has already come into your life and solidified already, in the sense of you're holding a steady vibration, and now some things that don't match that new vibration are shedding, and some things that do are coming in, and some things might be transforming. Other energies might be transforming that met you in the old energy and are changing to meet you in the new one. So it can happen in a lot of ways. This is why I'm not a big fan of blocking things unless they're harmful. Wow, 7 of Swords reversed. 8 of Wands reversed, Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, actually things were blocked. A lot of things were blocked to protect you, I guess. And that might be where Temperance is tying in here, because there's a lot of conflict energy coming through this card. And Temperance can also be protection. Yeah, 10 of Swords. Maybe there were external energies attempting to intentionally or unintentionally sabotage or harass. There you go. There's the Fool. I just split the deck of the Fool. Yeah, I think you've already been in your new beginning energy for a long time here. And I think you need some help getting through mentally, because the mind is still playing a lot of old scripts. That might be the harsh self-talk. Like sometimes you have these harsh thoughts that are like, oh, what do you think you're doing going for all these things? Maybe that's something you think. Or maybe you think like, how am I going to make it into this new energy? Or how am I going to show up? How am I going to sustain it? You sustain it by staying in a place of joy. The point isn't to put on a show as if you're like this grand, perfect creation of all, for all to see. The point is to play and to improve as you go along. And what does improvement mean? You reflect and you create new versions of what you want to bring to the world, and then you bring that. And it's the energy of play. Play is very important. Okay. I was hoping I'd break the deck and play, but it might still come up. Play is very important. Okay, this deck doesn't want to be out here. Yeah, I'm getting anxiety pulling this deck. I don't know why. Okay. Things that would try to sabotage you or harm you are being blocked from you pretty aggressively. So, say thanks for that. Because you're going to need to... It helps you to keep these things to be out of your life, because the new energy you're manifesting, it's going to take time to build up your foundational strength, which you're already doing that, but adding more problems into the mix is definitely not going to be conducive to a positive outcome. And I don't think it's an outcome in the final sense, but it's like a process of manifesting really good things that match who you are, that match where you're going, that match where you are. Yeah. The cards are pulling me to the Temperance card and the Butterfly Spirit, so I'm going to focus on those. And, yeah, bravo on reclaiming your power, and please understand, you are not alone. That's really important to remember. And you know what? As much as I'm sitting here preaching, let me tell you, I do not have that down either. So if you're not solidified in that understanding, okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay, I just want to throw this in for you. Freedom is yours. So what does this mean when I see this card? It can mean a lot of things. You're safe. I want to say a few things and I want you to hear me. And I want you to really believe this, because I'm feeling really emotional right now. You're safe. Whatever was is done. And I mean it's done. It's been done for a long time, but you need to really believe that. And really take the time to feel safe in your body. You don't feel safe in your body. You don't feel safe in your heart. And you need to work on that, okay? And be around safe people who will help reinforce that feeling of safety. That you are enough. That you don't need to be perfect. There's no such thing. Okay? Anyone that demands that you need to be perfect or always be on your A game is not a safe person. You know, there's leeway with people that are safe, that understand that things happen, that are open and warm and nurturing. And these are the energies I want you to foster for yourself because you deserve it. This is coming through really strongly. I'm getting a feeling of a desire, a need, and a feeling of security, sustainability, and stability. These are really important for you. And if you want to manifest those feelings, you can write them down, but also feel them. Try to feel what it would feel like to be safe, to be secure. I'm getting an image in my mind of a cottage in the woods, of someone just on their own, really happy to be safe and secure within themselves. And that's a little bit what Wombat Spirit is saying here, being home. But everything that was is done. It's gone. You're free. And I'm not just saying present tense, like it's done. Okay? So you should be really happy for that. And if the idea of being in solitude feels good to you, then okay. But it's not a good idea to have it as a forever thing, because the gifts we have to bring to the world, when you're ready, the gifts we have to bring to the world need to be shared with others. And you'll do that when you're ready, of course. Sometimes spirit kind of pulls us out, but I'm not getting that vibe here. And I don't know why this butterfly spirit's reversed, so we're going to look into that in a second, but I want to pull the Druid Plant Oracle. Like, you've been safe for a long time, and I want you to understand that. You just need to work on boundaries a little bit. Understand that other people's stuff is their stuff, and what's your stuff is your stuff, okay? Like, where you begin and others end, and vice versa. Where they end and you get it, okay? I can't right now. Okay, one moment, guys. Okay. Yeah, okay. Interesting that I got these two cards here. You might be dealing with a lot of discomfort. Plantain is about being able to handle discomfort, and so is nettle. Both of them are. And I want to read them just in case something pops out at me that's relevant. And here's the book right in front of me. Meanwhile, I'm looking for it. Where's my plantain? Okay. Healing, strength, and your secret source of power. This is internal energy. When life gets difficult, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking like a victim or a martyr. We all have times when we just seem to suffer one thing after another, and it feels difficult to break out. If this card has come up, understand your situation in a different way, and pull on your internal resources. Don't reach out to be saved, because you have energy within you that can do a lot. Weakness, okay. Hunkering down becomes, alright, let me read this. Instead of reaching out to be saved by looking for someone or something that can rescue you, try reaching inside of you. Hunkering down then becomes not resignation and fatalism, but the act of drawing on your secret source of power. Weakness turns into strength, and the wheel will turn. I got the Wheel of Fortune reverse, and it wasn't coming up as like a negative energy, but it was maybe a stagnation energy. So it could be that the wheel needs to turn, and the wheel can turn at any time. It's an internal thing, okay? It's not something you're waiting on for someone to give to you. It's inside you. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's about feeling states and doing your best to work through some stuff, okay? Fear, irritability, and adventure are associated with nettle reversed. Alright, I'm going to read the whole thing because I think this might apply a little bit, and then I'm going to speak on what I think it means for the reading. Our ancestors were undoubtedly much hardier than us. Our increasingly urban and sophisticated lifestyle has brought many benefits, but it has also made us a little softer, scared to interact with the natural world, in fear of its dangers. If this card has come up reversed, it might apply to you or is relevant in the reading. Although nature can be severe and life-endangering, it is only by vigorously engaging with it that we feel fully alive. The time may have come for you to take an adventure. An alternative meaning for this card may come to you if you ask the question, what's bothering me? Or what's nettling me? Often, if we are of a positive disposition, we tend to ignore signs of our own irritation. Yeah, I get that. But like a physical symptom, such feelings should be listened to. If a person or situation aggravates us, it may mean that we are not in tune or something within us is not aligned. Finally, the card could simply tell you not to be so irritable and to address the underlying cause of your annoyance rather than be antagonistic towards others. I really don't think that's it. I think this is the need to confront some deep-seated fears within yourself of uncertainty, and the fear of conflict with others. You don't need to win arguments, and people don't need to win arguments with you. Everyone needs to live their truth and to find a way to coexist in the world and interact within their boundaries, each person, right? That's what I'm getting here. There's a need for you to believe in yourself, and there's a deep wounding with this sense of plantain reversed energy. There's a really deep wounding. I think maybe you're not used to pulling on your internal resources, and maybe there's not a lot of faith that things will work out. Yeah. I just saw Mandrake reversed. You're getting a lot of Mandrake, and you have a lot of abundance that's available to you, actually. I think you're just having trouble connecting with it. I think it's speaking on obsession. Sometimes when they talk about feel your desire and then let it go, it's not giving up your desire, but it's also not holding tightly onto it, because that creates resistance, and you'd feel that because it would create discomfort within you and a sense of tightness within you. You visualize this desire, you feel it, and then you hold on to it as if for dear life. You don't need to do that. And you're like, how do I figure that out? Well, you will. You are already where you need to be. I'm getting that really strong. The work for you to get where you need to be is already done. Which is interesting, because if that's the case, then why is Butterfly Spirit reversed? And it meant to come up reversed, so I don't know why it's here in reverse. Let me see why it's here, and maybe I will get an idea. For those of you who are wondering, yes, I did manage to keep my sass intact, so that's still here. Transformation. Okay, this is why. You've already transformed and everything's changing, but you're having trouble. That's why. Sometimes it means it's not happening, but this has already happened and is happening now, and you're like, oh my god, somebody get me a lifeboat, an inhaler, and something to vomit into, because what the hell is happening? That's kind of the feeling I'm getting here. It's kind of like if you're on a ship in the middle of a storm and it's throwing you everywhere and you're vomiting uncontrollably and the captain is dead and all the sailors have gone off the ship and you're alone on the boat. That's what this feels like. A nightmare in the night, lightning, the windows broke. If you could imagine a nightmare scenario on a boat, this is the vibe I'm getting from you. And here's the message. Transformation does not have to be as traumatic or dramatic as things may seem to be right now. Remember, change is the only true constant. When you resist, you create a tension within yourself as you refuse to accept the inevitable. That's plantain reversed. That's what I'm getting here. In this moment, you might have forgotten the beauty and joy of life as it moves through its seasons as nature dictates. You are being faced with a choice now. You can struggle with the current conditions, refusing to surrender and see through the lens of lack and loss, or you can surrender to the grace that is calling you to allow life to take its course, moving through the sadness and disappointment. Surrender will soften you, inviting you to bask in gratitude and see through the lens of curiosity. These are the keys to tuning into the infinite potential available to you now. Butterfly Spirit knows the beauty and delight you are on the brink of discovering. Let go and trust that it is here for you. It says there for you, but I think it's here for you. And I said that intentionally, so I want you to get that. I'm going to finish up with leave this out, okay? Okay. I want to do a final spread for anything else that needs to come through, and then I'm going to wrap up. Like I said, I wanted to keep this short, readable, doable, not insane. Definitely this card. This is help. Okay, this card is help that's coming in for you. You're resisting this card, so I'm going to keep it sideways. Oh, I don't like that. This is an external energy. And this is something helpful. The Fool. The Fool, the Four of Wands. Hey-o! That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Something you're resisting. Nine of Swords. Obsession. That's the obsession we spoke about in the reading about Mandrake reversed. Something you're resisting. I think this was something you're resisting. Two of Wands reversed, so this is the transition. That's what that's about. But this also wants to go sideways. That's so weird. Something that's hurting you. Queen of Cups reversed. So others might be... Sometimes... So this is the energy of being protected from, but it's still being channeled. Spirit's going to take care of this. You don't need to do anything with this. Just raise your boundaries, raise your barriers. If you need to wear protection, wear protection. Say gratitude and ask the universe for protection. It's removed these energies physically, but they're still... I'm getting a lot of spite and negativity and evil eye. It's not going to do anything to you, though. But if you're highly sensitive and intuitive, it could affect your mood. So I want you to reinforce your inner resources and your faith and your joy and your worthiness. Worthiness, self-love, joy, you deserve, repeat it. And try to feel it. Do your best. I deserve all the goodness. I deserve to have my best intentions manifest in a way that's good. You know, set your intentions, talk about it, feel it. It's more important to feel it than it is to talk about it. But if you can at least practice and get there eventually, then that's good. You're being protected. And things that didn't work for you or are not serving you in your intentions and your new creations, they're just going to be removed. And they already are. And if, yeah, so just get used to that. I'm seeing here with the Fool and the Four of Wands, boom, new connections, new beginning. What I want to say that's very important with these two cards right here is what's here for you is, what's supposed to come in for you is already here. You just don't see it. And it will keep coming in. What you think mentally is what's supposed to work with you or be for you in the sense of like what the people you need are supposed to look like, what they're supposed to feel like, the paradigms they're supposed to have, how they dress, are not necessarily what you're going to get, but you're going to get the energy that's right. They're going to vibe with you, they're just not going to look like you stereotype them. So sometimes people think, oh, spirituality, they have to wear robes, have no underwear, and they have to wear beads. And that's not the case, okay? It doesn't work that way. Some of the most spiritual people I've met were like seriously financially abundant people that were hyper-connected with the modern world. Spirituality is so much more diverse than wearing a toga, okay? So open your mind. Don't let your presuppositions and your stereotypes sabotage connections that are going to just really click for you, okay? I need you to work on that. That's really important. Let the spiteful energy and the jealousy and the envy just float away. Goodbye. Just, no. You don't need to hate anybody. That's not going to do anything. Yeah, just let it go. It's not working, okay? We're not going to do that. If people can't come with you because the universe decided so, that's it. If you decided so, that's it. Just, I'm not going to dive into the mechanics behind that because you don't need to shut everyone out that says something you don't like. Like on the small things, that's really not important. You don't need to do that. You're going to be matched with people. So just open up. Be understanding that what might be brought to you might not be what you thought it would be. And take it at an easy pace, okay? Okay, we have to work on this. I'm getting the pain of rejection from this card. I want you to work on that. The pain of rejection from the devaluation of other people, the pain of rejection from being judged by other people, the pain of rejection but from being ridiculed. That doesn't say anything about you, it says about them. Because what you do for other people is what you do for yourself. That's just true. How you love other people is how you love yourself, and vice versa. The two are the same. Okay? Your relationship with yourself is your relationship with the world. That's just how it is. Yeah, you're out already. You're out. You need to work on your mind. Your mind needs to be brought up to speed. Yeah. It's okay. I get it. I've been there. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this reading right now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this reading. And I'm going to do my best to keep up with a daily reading that's not too long. I'm not committing to doing the astrological signs in order. But this is what I got. This is what I have. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate you.